Respected students, welcome back everyone. Today's video is about how to design a data model in Power BI. Okay, so in Power BI there is a third tab known as modeling view where we create a model, we build a model where we have different types of tables like I will show you here in this file practically. So see these tables are there and like these relationships are there and cardinalities on one to many and this active relationship we connect on two tables to derive the KPIs what client has given. Okay, so before that deriving the KPIs and building the report, we need to create a data model properly so that the numbers will be correct and all those things. So there are 8 to 10 rules prerequisites to create a data model in Power BI, or if you are fetching via SQL, Snowflake or semantic model, whatever it is from backend if you are bringing. So there are 8 to 10 rules of designing the data model. Data model, I have already told you many times that modeling is the heart of Power BI. Not only Power BI, but any BI tool, Tableau, Sisense BI or ClickSense or whatever it is. Modeling is the heart of Power BI, that BI tool. If modeling is wrong, all your numbers will be wrong. 100% I'm guaranteeing you. So while you are working on data model, see when we create the report, let's say if you have taken 2 weeks for creating a report, then we take around 2-3 days only to focus on data model properly if it is coming from various sources like SharePoint and SQL and all those things. Okay, so properly we are going to discuss in this video. See, I have made this 10 to 12 points. I'm going to explain you in this PPT also and practical also I will show you. So before starting the video, make sure you are subscribing and pressing bell icon for all upcoming videos and follow us on social media, especially Instagram. All the links are given in description. So see, let's say now project has started or the new report you have taken. So you have got the sample report and all those data from client and you are building a view in SQL or Azure Databricks, or let's say if a semantic model is there, Power BI dataset semantic model. So see this point I am telling. So in case of semantic model, whole data model is built at client side including some of the measures, and you have to just fetch the semantic model that okay, and that model is tested via client only. But let's say if any manual other files are there, then you have to do relationship between it. But now let's say that our data source is SQL, Azure and all those things. So in that we get the tables views, and then even if backend data model is there then fine, and if only tables we are getting, then we derive into dimension and facts, and then we build data model into Power BI. Okay, short I have told. Now let's see point by point. So first point is define business objective, KPIs and problem statement. So see, whenever the project is started or any new report comes, so first of all you need to understand the problem statement. You need to understand the ask. What is the ask of the client? What he really wants? Okay, so first of all problem statement you need to understand. Then exactly what is the business objective after creating that report, what he wants, means what kind of KPIs like MTD, YTD or year over year or moving average, whatever it might be, any percentage or anything. So first of all understanding the business objective, on what dimension he wants, what kind of UI he wants, everything you need to understand properly. UI also has to do UI also has a directly connection with modeling, because if 2-3 tables are there and if we are clicking on any one table, do they really want other tables to filter or not? And if in modeling it's not connected properly, it will not filter. So this is one of the interview question: does UI, user interference has to do direct connection with modeling or not? Yeah, modeling has direct connection with UI of report also. Okay, user interface. So first you need to understand business objective, then you need to understand KPIs on, and on that KPIs also you will understand how to build measures and calculate column, whatever it is, and you will understand the formula and which 2-3 columns you need to use in that KPI, so that if 2-3 columns are coming from different tables, then that tables must be connected in modeling directly or indirectly. ठीक है. So this was the first point of business objective of KPI and problem statement. Please take the notebook and write down notes what I am telling you. Second is identify the data source. You need to understand the data source, whether it is SQL or Azure Databricks or Snowflake or Excel or any semantic Power BI dataset semantic model, whatever it is. So you need to fetch that properly. If the model is coming from directly from backend, even test at our Power BI and also and check whether any manual files we need to fetch afterwards, or while creating RLS also we need to connect dynamic RLS. So see whether what kind of data source is there and what are the prerequisites for it, and as per that you need to work on that. Sometimes in Snowflake we get one view which has only one table, and in that table only properly data mapping is done, and you have to create that report. So in that case the role of modeling is completely zero. In case if there are two views and any then mapping table if you have to create, but if only one view with one table is there, then no issue of modeling. तो ऐसा एक इशू होता है, मतलब बढ़िया चीज होती है कि मॉडलिंग का इशू नहीं होता. बट अगर बैकएंड से ही आ रहा होगा तो देन फिर यू नीड टू क्रिएट मींस यू नीड टू चेक दैट मॉडल. So see now third point is create table like customer, material, sales order and define under dimension table. Let's say backend में जब view बना रहे हैं तो वहाँ पे customer, material, sales order, this table will be there. Then you will fetch that table. And most important is check the name of the table, the columns of the tables, the data under it, and even check the data types. And most important is categorize it into dimension and fact. Okay, categorizing the tables under dimension and fact is the most important, I would say most easiest, but most what we say means it is the most important thing to categorize, because you will be connecting a dimension with fact table. If by mistakenly if you are deriving or categorizing the fact tables wrong, then if you connect two fact tables, so in that case it will be galaxy schema and all those errors will come in your report. So categorizing of the dimension fact tables are most important. If you find business numbers in any table, then make sure you are categorizing it into fact table only. And date table, location dim table, please categorize into sorry, if you are finding any business numbers, then categorize it into fact table. And if any date table or location table is there, then categorize it into dimension table. And make sure there are no two fact tables, two or three. Tell the SQL developer or backend team to give only one fact table, map the all data into one only, and only give one fact table, so that you can create star schema rather than snowflake schema. Again, data type. See, data type is the most important thing, I would say. uh, if data types are wrong, then you can't connect properly, and if you even connect properly, there will be issues with your model. So whatever the data type, whole number or decimal number or text or whatever it is, properly you need to derive the data types. ठीक है. If account number is there and 1200A or 1255B, if like this it is there, then rather than going with whole number we go with text, or like this some of the issues are there. So deriving of data type from backend team, and whenever you are fetching that view or model into Power BI, checking at Power Query and properly with data profiling option is the most important thing. I will tell you how it is. See, go here, sales fact. Okay, this path issue is there. We'll check on this file. Let's say this business area is there, and view this column quality, column distribution, column profile. Check this data profiling option, and even check the this data types of the column properly. This is the most important thing. Okay. And whatever I have told you, this thing like let's go to model and see categorizing. See, written fact, sales fact, then subcategories dim, customer dim, categories dim. Categorizing it into dimension and fact is also the most important thing. And see this all tables layout you will get properly, and connections you will be able to see in this model. Like see, you can see this return fact and product dim is connected on product key, or even in this manage relationship you can check properly what connections are there. See here, one to many is there, then product dims product key is connected to products dim reference with product key, and it's a active relationship. Here it's one, at product dim it's one, means here primary key is there. Here star means many, then it is foreign key is there, and even you can see single direction it is there. Here you can see this bi-directional it is there. ठीक है, bi-directional we avoid so that it will not it actually impacts in performance wise, but if it is required you can use also that. Even see this auto detect option is there when you are fetching a data model. So rather than you going and connecting one by one relationship, if it is finding like this product key in return fact and product key in products dim, then it will automatically create the relationship for you, auto detect. Okay, this is also the main thing where that option is there in this file, options and setting, options. See, current file data loads relationship, auto detect new relationship after data is loaded. Okay, so you need to check this option, then it will definitely reduce your 50% of manual work. Okay, and but even if you are using auto detect option, make sure you are checking the relationship which Power BI has built automatically. And what is this layout? Let's say this you have fetch customer table, you have fetch categories table, and you have fetch this return table and this sales table. Okay, so here if you will see all tables are there, 15 20 whatever it is, but if you just want to see on 2 3 tables, then you can fetch like this properly. And see if there is a relationship between there already built, then it will show you now in customers demand sales fact on customer key the relationship is made, and there is no relationship between customer team and category team. Like this it will show you properly. So this is all about model view. You have to first categorize tables into dim fact and check on relationship with this all tables view, and in this layout on any particular view you on any particular table you can see, and in this manage relationship all the relationship will be shown whatever are built. ठीक है, now build primary key foreign key into it and set relationship into it. So make sure that your dimension table is having primary key which is unique, and fact table will definitely have a foreign key which will have repetitive values. ठीक है, avoid many to many relationship definitely. See, many to many relationship will uh, definitely impact on performance wise. It's my personal experience. In one of my project, there were many to many relationship, and it was definitely impacting on performance wise. When I've created bridge table into it, one mapping table, so that time it has helped us 20 30% in performance wise. How to avoid many to many relationship or how to create bridge table, I have already made one video on it, you can check that. Okay, so make sure clean and transform model, like in clean and transform model what will be there na, to remove the unwanted columns, to remove the unwanted tables, or if any nulls and all those things are there, then replace it with zero, and if errors are there, replace it with zero. So this is clean and transform model. Even if you are able to do concatenation, then you should do concatenation, so the number of columns will be reduced and all those things will be there. So whatever you can also disable the tables which are not required. So these things you can do in clean and transform model, especially unwanted columns you can remove. There is one tool known as measure killer, as per the BRD of client and all those things. If any columns are not needed, you can remove it on temporary basis. Also, one more thing is there that if your data is of 6 7 years, and if you need of only 2 years in your report, then you can also fetch that 2 years data also in your Power BI. So that is also the part of how to build data model or data model optimization. Next point is try to go with star schema. Yeah, definitely star schema. Only one fact table is there, and the number of tables will be reduced. And performance wise also, the star schema is better as compared to snowflake schema. Snowflake schema will have 2 3 fact tables, then hierarchies will be there, and all those things will be redundancy, and all those things will be there. But in star schema, no issues will be there in that case. Okay, only if one fact table is there and rest dimension table, the number of relationship will be less. And if the number of relationship will be more, in that case performance wise it will definitely impact. I will tell you my example. I have worked on 2 reports where one report had more than 25 30 relationship and one had only 10 relationships. So in that case the report which had 10 relationship was really loading very faster, and all its bookmark and all those were loading very faster. ठीक है. One best practice is to create separate date team table. Yeah, definitely you should create a separate date team table. I will show you here. See, like this you can create with whatever your date is there, whatever you have got from your client on min max. You should create variables and just pass calendar, and see like this new date table will be there, but make sure you are connecting it with the existing date column of fact table and dimension table in your Power BI report. It's always the best practice to create different date table. Okay. Set up hierarchies. If hierarchies are required, then always create the hierarchies of product, category, subcategory, or even date like year, month, week, and day, whatever it is. If hierarchies are required, you can create the hierarchies. Then, yeah, this point is one of the main point. Test model by creating calculate column and measures. Like once your data model is completed properly, so make sure you are creating the model. Sorry, you are creating the measures and testing it properly. Like if in your any KPI 2 3 columns were needed, so you have written the DAX on all those things properly. So pass that measure on whatever dimension cut it is, region or category, whatever it is, and check the values are showing properly or not, and not like same values. If same values are showing on any region or category, then or any channel or anything, so the data modeling is wrong. You can also compare it with another table by just passing the column of column which we have got from the data model client itself. So whatever the model you have created, you need to test it properly by creating the measures, and if the values are not showing properly or not. Also you need to check the relationship whether the filtering is properly, if the main table which is there that is filtering the manual files or any other table. So that is also the main point. If required, insert manual files via SharePoint. If any KPIs are there which requires the external manual files from client or any other thing, then rather than fetching via Excel, dump that into SharePoint, and from that SharePoint fetch that. Okay, this is the really main point. Rather than going with Excel, fetch via SharePoint. Okay, that is the main point. So dump that files into SharePoint, and whatever the SharePoint link is there of that shared percentage, that you need to fetch it properly, so that if any new data or whatever it is, so rather than Excel it is in SharePoint. So that's also the main point. Avoid bidirectional filtering, also proper naming conventions for CC and measure. This is also the main point. Let's say that if there are hundreds of measures built in your report and which are really required to reuse always, so giving the proper names to the calculate columns and measure is really important, because rather than you, if someone else is working on that BI report, so he should understand properly. So the naming convention to the measures is also main thing. And avoid bidirectional filtering as it impacts the performance. And the last but not the least point is document model properly, like the number of tables, the main columns into the tables, and on which what you have connected, or whatever your dimension cuts is there, drag into Power BI and the data into that. Okay, like let's say that you are having a region, and in dimensions table region is there like Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan. but in fact table you are able to only see Maharashtra and Gujarat and Karnataka, but Rajasthan is not there. Okay, so in fact table you can see that Rajasthan data has not came from client or sale has not happened. So this thing you should document properly. The reason is because rather than you, if someone else is working on that report, or if you resign or anything happens, or even if you are doing unit testing or client is doing UAT, you should show them, see this Rajasthan data was missing from fact table. Okay, so these are the main thing. Documentation of model is really one of the main thing. It's really very simple. Just you have to write the name of the table columns and keys on whatever it is connected, or if any mapping table was created, then you can write that. Any transformation, advanced level transformations like grouping, if it was done, then you can write, or any summarize table or calculate table was created, that also you can mention if you have connected with the existing data model. And if any missing data is there between the dimension and fact table, especially of dimension cuts, like I have given example of Rajasthan, that dimension table had four states, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka and Rajasthan, but fact table had only three states record. So these types of thing you can document into model. Okay, so these were the 10 to 12 points of data model, how to design a data model, how to document it, how to clean, transform, how to connect and all those things I have discussed. This is also one of the interview question. Yeah, it's the underrated interview question. Not everyone will ask, but yes, it is one of the main, because modeling is the heart of Power BI. Okay, that is really main thing. If model is wrong, everything is wrong. Let me be frank. If model is wrong, everything is wrong. Okay, so thanks for watching till end. If you are having any kind of doubt, make sure you are commenting. I will reply within 1 hour. And if you are new on our channel, subscribe and press bell icon for all upcoming videos, and follow us on social media, especially Instagram. Thank you everyone.